you're playing a woman of privilege this time around, and that's not usually something that you I've seen you do in the past.
No.
And it's the very thing that your character despises. How interesting was it for you to explore the other side of the tracks, so to speak?
For me to play that was really interesting and really far as possible from who I am. And also she's very controlled. I would say I'm pretty outspoken and pretty, I'm not very, I don't plan things very well. I'm more, a very instinctual human being. So for me to play this part was unusual and interesting. And also the reason why Alice cast me is she didn't want a stereotypical kind of like manipulative, to give her warmth, because she's not just, she's not a femme fatale that, she's middle-aged mother who is seeking, to protect her son and revenge. So she's not the stereotypical, I was going to say bitch, but
you can say that.
Yeah, I can say that. So she, also because I guess, Ali's being a woman director, she didn't want to portray women as just manipulative and dark. And, she has a lot of heart, and deep inside, she's very hurt. I think what drives her is more like how broken she is than the revenge is about something very serious, which is her son. So no, the way it's revealed is that you slowly realize how much, he's crushed her and crushed her son and is basically crushing his other son.
Yeah, it's a very layered and nuanced performance, and I was digging it. I love it so much. So your character we find out that she gives up on being an artist, right, to accommodate those in her life, mainly the men in her life.
The men in her life.
Right. Have you ever felt like chucking your acting career due to those same circumstances?
No, and actually the opposite. Like, I've always been very clear that the men in my life would have to accept my creative side. Otherwise, they were not going to be in my life. Nothing, and I think that's why the film spoke to me, is nothing appalls me more than the wife of the artist that gives up her creativity for the men to glow and shine and all that. I mean, it's the opposite of me, and it was always clear in my mind. And maybe because I've witnessed that as a child, we were surrounded by artists and writers. I've seen a few writers kind of like, the wife was just, the wife, she was, she was working hard while the artist was being the artist, and I didn't want that in my life ever. And I think this film speaks to me because there's nothing that appalls me more than, first of all, that men that crush women artist, but then a man that crushes his own child creativity and spirit is even, to me, even more appalling. So, and I've seen that happen also in my life a few times. So, the film spoke to me at that level very much so.
Cool. I have one last question for you. She's a little crafty in the way she kind of mentally and physically manipulates, right? And it's very reminiscent to me of a couple of films like The Talented Mr. Ripley or Ordinary People, or even in some senses like The Beguiled and The Miracle Worker. I was like, she is a trip. But oh Lord, she's a trip. But having said that, this film is also about redeeming lost souls. And she's lost one son already, and it feels like she's trying to hold on to the second one, even though he's kind of what he is. How do you feel about that aspect of your character in the film about redeeming lost souls? What does that mean for you?
What this man did, Sinclair, he did the most appalling thing, which is basically killed part of who she is as a mother. He destroyed half of what a mother is, which is like one of her son is gone, right? And to me, she seems very manipulative and all this, but the goal is actually very noble. She's avenging someone she loved dearly, right? And she's a femme fatale, but she's not, because in a way she's manipulative and she's using and she's all this, but she's also her revenge is deeply rooted in love, right? Or the loss of love that she, someone she loved above everything, right? That is lost because of this man, Sinclair, this kind of, almost sociopathic personality that kind of destroys and crushes everyone around him.
He is. Richard is brilliant. He's between all of y'all in the film were really, really stellar. It was everyone's performance was very nuanced and was very carefully crafted, and how you interacted with one another when you weren't on screen and when you were on screen. So I enjoyed it for those reasons. But that's my time, Julie. I adore you. I hope that somehow in this life the opportunity presents itself for me to see you and meet you in person, because I really do think you are a stellar artist, and it's been my pleasure to speak with you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care. Bye-bye.